crying and and I'm over here like, I know you should have talked to grandpa now. And then we're looking at book and it talks about stuff like divination. We're gonna get into that. Yeah, so we look at stuff like divination. Ooh, I found something. I found something. Hey, it's like this. Whatever I find, whatever Yah makes, they attempt makes the copy, and I found that interesting. So it's like this. That's why we have the right hand path and the left hand path. Um, Casting lots. Does anybody know what casting lots is? Anybody whatsoever know what casting lots is? Anybody? Okay. I want to tell you guys what casting lots is. Let's go ahead and type this in on Google. Let's see what it says about casting lots. Casting. Let's see. Let's type in meaning. Casting lots meaning. Look at this. I'll show you guys this real quick. This is gonna blow somebody's mind. Let's see how it's this. Look at this right here. To cast lots or draw lots is to make random selection and may refer to chiromancy, a form of divination, drawing lots, decision making. That's like the lottery or forms of gambling involved in the drawing of numbers or a prize situation. The practice of randomly selecting political offices, a large pool of candidates. Is chiromancy a form of divination? A form of divination. Let's look up. Let's look up. Let's see what that is. Divination. Casting lots, divination. Lots are an ancient Hebrew form of divination and magic. Wait. So you mean the Hebrews had magic? Let's keep reading. And magic. And may also be used for healing, for blessing, for cursing, for meditation and spiritual attraction. And this is used by the Hebrew alphabet. This is casting lots. Now I want to show you guys something real quick because then casting lots is the devil too. So is it? I want to show you guys this real quick. Proverbs 16 verse what's it? Is it 30 or 30? Proverbs 16 verse 30. Whoever winks with their eye, plowing blind, put I'm in the wrong spot. 33, my fault. 33. This. The lot is cast into the lap, but its very decision is from the Lord. We may throw the dice, but the Lord determines how they fall. Make your motions and cast your votes, but God has the final say. Casting lots is something that is God ordained. I want you guys to understand this. There's two ways of doing it. Everything that you're finding in these scriptures with God, there's a knockoff. You even see it in life. There's the name brand, and then there's the generic brand. The generic brand. And a lot of us have been studying and diving through generic brands and really going in with these generic brands, but they've done some things in your life and they've gave you some food, but they're not the real deal. And as you start to dive in the real deal, you'll be able to see your magic power grow. You'll be able to see all that magic power within yourself grow. And not only was it going to grow within you, you're going to be able to see more things happen without you having to put out. So, y'all don't understand. I want to see if a lot of people aren't professional practitioners. Okay, look, in 1 week, I'll spend almost $200 on candles. You know what I'm saying? I spent almost $200 on candles. That's not even including incense. It's not including everything else that comes along with it. Click on Taekwon. Yeah, it's not. You're gonna find that with that right there. I lost my train of thought. I saw Taekwon. I'm like, who's Taekwon? But ultimately, with using this right here, So ultimately, with using this right here, you're able to cut out a lot. You're able to be able to utilize just your mind, the mental. So, like I said, you guys are going to write this down, put this in the book, and then you're going to start to read it. But what I want you guys to also understand is if you start to do certain things, like for instance, I found that when I started to utilize the power of the church to my advantage, it will do the I got a clone. He's talking about the clones. All right. No. I've been screaming and always evolve. Gotta keep going up. And like I said, I've done all the other stuff. I've done it all. I've done it all. Like to the point where people would hire me and I didn't even do any work. I just have to think it, and it happens. I've done it all. So but you have to keep evolving. You have to keep shedding that skin. You got to keep on going to those next levels, those higher heights. While at the same exact time holding on to the knowledge that you already have. And that's how you get to them levels. Okay, everyone's blowing up. Okay, so now, like I said, so when it comes to like that divination that we see with the lots, the divination that we see with the lots, when we look at things like tarot, I made a video today saying if anyone can show me a scripture that says that tarot is sin, then I will give you $500. And then everybody put up Deuteronomy saying divination. It has to be divination. It has to be divination. And I told them, I said, tarot cards weren't invented. A lot of people don't realize this, but tarot cards were invented by early Christians. Yes. Tarot cards were invented by the early church. And this was their forms of casting lots like divination. I want to show you guys on the card real quick. Because it's all few cards. What is she holding in her hand? What does that say? That says Torah. 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 Why is she holding a Torah with the crucifix, the high priestess? Why is she holding the Torah? So, okay, well, it might say Torah, but that's not enough to show me that the early Christians made this. Let me ask this right here. Let me ask this right here. Yad Hey Vav Hey. Look at this. This body right here. Here we go. Yad Hey Vav Hey. Yahuwah. God is never going to have his name on something that is not. They're not going to put that on here. Look at this. Look at this. Terrat. But go backwards. Torah. Torah. The tarot cards are the Torah. That's what they made the tarot cards off of, the Torah. A lot of people don't understand that the Torah is actually from the church. But here's what happened. As I said earlier, when we look at doctrines and things like that, a lot of old white men were in power. And whenever old white men are in power, they have what is known as agendas. Agendas. Okay, they have all their agendas set in play. So with these agendas, they're going to tell you, crystals, burning sage, and herbs, that's of the devil. Burning sage is of the devil now? I didn't know that the devil created sage. Got to be more careful. I hear nothing sage and crystals too. So there's these people, and they go off of the old doctrines that they utilize to keep themselves in their church in power because you need to come to us. You can't go to a cult cat and let him pull the cards and let him give you the message from God. You can't do that. No, 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 no. No, you better not. Nope, 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 nope. Don't do it. Not at all. Not at all. Astrology? Ah, astrology's of the devil. They have agendas put in place so that way they can stay in power. But that's not what God is about. It's not what you find in here. When we look, we'll see that there are different nations' way of doing things. And different nations had different ways of their divination. Some people in divination, they are killing people and they're taking their bones and they're doing witchcraft with it. They're killing children and babies to do witchcraft with bones, human bones. And then so y'all are over here when you read this book of Deuteronomy, and y'all are thinking that it's talking about this modern stuff. It's not talking about these at all. You got to research where were they at. It's going to help somebody. It's going to help people who are like me understand more. But for a lot of other religious folk, they aren't going to want to hear this at all. But you got to research where they are. What were they doing? What was their choices? And they made certain choices, and they got the fruits of it. And y'all's like, okay, look, how they do that, how they do their sorcery over there, that's not how we do it. We use this where they have that was a different name, but we're just for American use. But where they have witches and warlocks, then I'm going to give you prophets and prophetess. But guess what? You both are doing the same thing. One is doing it through the power of the Most High Spirit, and the other's doing it through the power of the familiar spirits. See what I mean? So we got a left-hand path. All right, we got a left-hand path. We got a right-hand path. On this left-hand path, it's the feminine energy. The left has to do with all femininity. The covenant that Eve made with the serpent. Okay, that covenant right there that Eve made with the serpent, which was really Lilith, giving her power. Say, do you not know that you can be as God? I'll show you how you can be as God. Just partake in this right here. So, so this was the left, when the left-hand path began. And then there's the right-hand path, which is the ways of Yah. So there's two different pathways here. Okay, you decide what you're going. I'm not here to tell you what you need to do, what you don't need to do. I'm just here to tell people what works for me. And I've already gone down that path, and I've already done everything down that path and everything like that. So that's how I'm here, and I can say it. That's how I'm here, and I can tell it. No one, a lot of people in religion, they have no idea about Lilith being Adam's first wife. See, I want to tell those the people here, where some of the my brothers and sisters, out here, for all the occultists out here, you realize that Yah has given you a tremendous power. You have the knowledge that all these mega pastors don't know nothing about. You have that information. But see, here's the thing though. There is another energy that wants to pull you away. I don't even throw it all out with the bathwater. Throw the baby out with the bathwater. No, don't even deal with them religious folk, because religious people are mean. All right, they don't want to let you smoke. They don't want you to drink. They're all over on this type of stuff. But what about if a bunch of occultists start to actually come together and bring truth, and start to show truth that you won't see and you won't hear from others? They don't want to read you this casting lots. TD Jenks ain't going to talk to you guys about no casting lots. They're not going to, because they're for the agenda. They follow the agenda. And a lot of occultists don't realize the power that they have through our Lord and Savior, Jesus the Christ, the morning star. They don't even realize the power that we have through Jesus the Christ, the morning They don't understand that right there. You know, and I used to wonder why. Let those who have eyes see. I used to wonder why I would hear people say, every spirit has to bow to the name of Jesus. I used to wonder why that was. And after studying, as I've studied, now I understand. You know, now it makes a lot of sense. Okay, we've gone through this place of studying knowledge, but we have to use it to our advantage. So let's go back to this right here. Let's say that you're dealing with love, you're lonely, you need some love in your life. Take a paper out. Dear God, I need someone who's going to love me past my flaws, someone who will be honest with me, someone who will stick by my side forever, who wants marriage. And how many kids you want? I want 3 kids and 3 kids. You said in your word that I am blessed, so I am blessed. Thank you. Maya Blasi Blasi Clark. Write that down. Put that under Psalms 23. And then start to confess the word over your life. Yah, you're my shepherd. I do not lack. You make me to lie down in green pastures. You renew my soul. You turn back my being. You lead me into paths of righteousness for righteousness' sake. They that walk through the valley of the death, so I fear no evil. And you start to speak these things, and it causes growth. It causes growth, and you read your petition. Bring me to love. I'm 3 kids, blase, blase. Put it in your book and close it. The next day, read again. Because it's like this. The same way when you were working with Hecate, the same way when you were putting in your energy, your time, your attention with Hecate. So the order for you to really connect with Hecate is that you had to get to know her. So you had to start studying, who is Hecate? You had to start studying these things. So looking this stuff up, you had to start going through all this. Yah is the same way. Yah is the same exact way. Don't think that Yah is a genie in a bottle where I can just write the stuff down, close the book, and I'm about to go back and do the same old bull crap I've been doing. No, it's like this. Yah is a deity that wants your full attention. Yah is like this. Yo, on this kingdom, anything that you want, you can have. Anything that you need, you can have. Like where most deities, it's like this. I got to use Clonic for money. And I gotta use Leviathan for emotions, Satan for hexing, Belith for love, Zapar for sex. Where you would use certain things, you're able to use one deity for everything. And then on top of that, let's look at Solomon, right? Let's say if at a certain point you wanted to utilize some of these old spirits from the Ars Goretia, you have that ability to still do. You're putting by going through the right hand path, you're putting yourself through ultimate power. And a lot of people don't realize that, because once they get on that left hand path and they get a little taste of power, they're satisfied. I got I got $500 today. I'm satisfied. When there's so much more out there. Only after facing our own hell can we create our heaven. We embrace Christ within us. Facts, brother. You know what I'm saying? That's true completely of the cliff off. And you're referring to exactly, friend. You know what I'm saying? So it's like we gotta get to the point to where we're like, yo, let me go ahead and make this connection with the deep. Let me go ahead and make the connection with it. Let me go ahead and start to say, okay, I'm gonna go ahead and pray. Things that we already know how to do. Prayer. And what else? Meditation. So, I feel like a lot of times we've looked at being in religion, and we saw how there are people who would like to keep you broke, or who would like to keep you a mental slave. They don't want to give you power, but they use the scriptures to have power over you. Okay, they use their book to have power over you. There's things that I can say in a live that's going to draw a bunch of people. And you don't think that if I were to get on here and and just be like, oh yes, Jesus is all the way, God's blood, blah blah, and start to give you their systems way of saying things. That won't just draw in a bunch of people who are on the bull crap. You can utilize this, that sensationalism and emotionalism with people because it's magic. It's magic. These sorcerers that you're seeing, like a T.D. Jakes or a Joel Osteen or these mega passionate sorcerers. That's what they are. And they figured that out. These healer sorcerers. You see, Benny Hinn. When you see people like this right here, they're not. It's not some. Oh, what a coincidence that just happened. No, they're using magic. It's very interesting. This book is a book of magic. It is a grimoire. And like all grimoires, if you know how to use it, it will bring power into your life. So I encourage you guys to start using this. Okay, start saying things and speaking things over your life with this to manifest what you desire. It's not a hard thing. What I do on my altar, I have Yah. I have Yah sitting on there. I burn frankincense and myrrh incense. I like yellow and purple candles, and of course white candles. Yah loves gold. Yah loves gold, so I give Yah gold. Yah loves silver. Yah loves brass, and Yah loves iron. So we give Yah these things right here. And through giving these things to the deity itself and putting that in the deity's treasure house, you get things back from the deity. So, remember, there was a movie called Prince of Egypt. Y'all remember the Prince of Egypt? Y'all remember that? So during the Prince of Egypt, which you'll find in Exodus, Moses has a staff, a magic wand. The magic wand. Yah gives him the magic wand. And with this staff, this magic wand, he's able to do magic or miracles. So here's why I say this. He goes to the Pharaoh, let my people go. Takes his magic wand, drops it. The magic wand says, turns into a serpent. Turns into a straight up serpent, right? But guess what? The black magician said, okay, well, so what? Here's our magic wand. Turns into another serpent. Turns into two serpents, as a matter of fact. But guess what the serpent from Yah does? It swallows the other two serpents. Now, there's double meanings. You'll find that through using the magic or the words of Yah, you can swallow up or engulf the magic that is used from the Egyptians, the darker magic. Let me give you an example. If we turn off all the lights in the room, and it's pitch black, and I light a match, the darkness go over the light like this. You can barely see the light unless you get all the way closer. No. That's not what happens. What happens is that the darkness has to what? Flee. When you're utilizing this Bible, we're utilizing what's known as solar energy, solar magic, or sun, light. This energy. That's what this is. So this is why you would have a power over the darker entities like the demon. Okay, demons, the demonic, the spirits that are reaping bad on your body. Now you need to know what a demon is and what other spirits are, because not every spirit is a demon, and not every spirit is not a demon. You got to kind of understand some spirits that aren't demons have demons that are with them, that are in their host, that come along with them and will stick around and cause trouble into your life. So it's good to have that understanding, but it's better for you to just utilize the for myself, what I find. Utilizing the one you can find, you can get, and you can gain. So instead of going through the 72 Goetia, I go to the 72 names of God. The 72 names of God, which are all angelic, which we find where? We find it in Psalms. and you can utilize these for whatever it is that you're in need of. 72 names a year, and you meditate on it. So, like for instance, let's look at this right here. Let me pull up my book. Okay, I'll just read this one right here. It's just open up. This is what it's on. Raziel is under the sign of Taurus, the celestial sign of Taurus. Is of the element Earth. Astrological grade is 51 degrees to 55 degrees Taurus. The tarot card for this is the Seven of Pentacles. The best time to say this psalm is at 3:20 through 3:40 in the afternoon. And so then it says right here that the secret mantra for this angelic is Ila Aua Ua. That's the secret mantra. And then it says that the Psalms is Psalms 27, verse 13. So wait a minute. So you mean that this angel, to utilize this angel, let's just read what the angel does. The angel is to do this right here, to discover talents, brings popularity for your talents, to attract genuine friendship. Okay, then it says to act on relationships in general, as well as create, change, or destroy one as well. So basically like this. I have a husband, and our marriage is going through a hard time. Read Psalms 27:13. I have this terrible person in my life, and I can't seem to just let them go. But I know that they're bad for me because they're abusive and all this type of stuff. You destroy that relationship. Psalms 27 verse 13. Okay, well, I'm a painter, and I want to bring, but I don't know how to get more people to come to me. Okay, Psalms 27:13. This book will give you the answers that you need. So when you're just, let's just say that you're going to sleep, you have the book of Psalms. You're conjuring angelics as you sleep. You're conjuring the angelic armies as you're sleeping. Let me keep on reading what this does. It says, enables you to understand your fears against an enemy and why they fear you. Banishes bad intentions as well. Okay, and then it puts it on, you know. So it's like this, and that's just one. Okay, that's just one. Whatever you're looking for, there's a court, a legal to make. Look at this right here. Look at this right here. To obtain friendship from important people, to make someone keep a promise or pay a debt, to make a person loyal. Okay, like I said, whatever it is you're looking for. This is Psalms 88, verse 14. Whatever it is you're looking for, there is the answer. The answer is here. You just have to go for it, which a lot of people aren't looking for it because it's comfortable. It's easy to do the things that we already know. It's not comfortable to try and start to jump into something new. That's from the Sacred Temple of Angels. The Sacred Temple of Angels. I think I've showed you guys that book a lot. But it's the Sacred Temple of Angels. You can find it on Amazon. It has all the angels. It has 72 names of God, which is the 72 angels that we just read. Then it has archangels. It has the 42 powers. It has everything you need. And all these things are scriptures. This is what the Word of God says. So we use these things to our advantage. We use it to our advantage. And then the other thing that was good for us as well is, like I said earlier, work on yourself. I want you guys to understand something. All things in moderation. All things in all things in moderation. So you got to look at yourself and start to say to yourself this right here. When I look at my life, is all things in moderation? When I look at my life, what's going on? Do I have family connections? Am I good with family? Or am I cast out? Do I still have a lot of friends, or have I been cast out? You know, Am I addicted to drugs? Am I addicted to sex? Am I addicted to lying and have a lying tongue? Am I addicted to scamming and betrayal and disloyalty? Because all these things, they come with an energy. All these things come with the energy or a spirit. So you got to look at your life and say, where am I? And if you can look at yourself and you can see that, okay, well, yes, I do deal with a lot of different things. Then you have to ask yourself, do I want to change? Because here's the thing, it's like this. Do you want to? If you do want to take control of your life and be the only one who's in control of your life, then you have to start to make steps to do it. Now, the only one that can make steps to do it is you. But I can tell you what can help you in that process. What can help you in that process is reading living word, living water, living water. There's something about the words. When you start to read these words, you'll find that certain things that you normally would enjoy start to fall off. Certain things that you normally would do start to just fall off. Remember as we read earlier in 20 on verse chapter 23 in Psalms, where I read it said, you lead me on paths of righteousness. When that spirit becomes a part of you, it's like it'll be able to guide you. Same as that way when we work with others person, we'll be like, okay, well, I need this, or I want that, and we're just go down the path, and then it just happens to be there. Yah is the same way. Yah is the same exact way, but there's more that comes with it, you know. And so it's like this. Yah will lead you down the path. The other thing though, is that you need to consciously make the decision to be around people who are actually trying to elevate their lives. One thing that I did when I was trying to elevate my financial life is stopped hanging out with people who didn't have money. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, if all of y'all are broke and I'm broke too, but I'm trying to get rich, how am I going to get rich by hanging around with people? Stop listening to the conversations of broke people. Why am I going to listen to this broke music where people talking about they struggle, these old Negro spiritual ass songs or whatnot? Why am I listening to this right here? Okay, why am I playing this? Let me play something that is about financial gain, financial increase, switching things up. When you start to do these things, switching people in your life, switching what you're watching, what you're hearing, what you're allowing within yourself, this right here will bring a change about within you. And as that change starts to form within you, you're going to start to see other things change in your life. You have to look at it like this. You're doing the same thing. Why you're in full if you think that you're going to get a different result? You've been doing the same thing. What is wrong with your mind that you think that by you keep doing the same thing, you're going to get a different result? It's like the woman who keeps on dating the same type of guy who beats her down, right? She keeps going after that same type of person, thinking that, well, maybe they're changed. Maybe I can change them. No, you can't. No, you won't. It won't change. You have to switch things up. You can't keep doing the same thing thinking you're going to get a new result. Try something new. A lot of you guys that lack of having a home, that homeless energy, that loneliness, that betrayal, that distrust, all that type of energy is only you turning the pages away. You can remove all that energy from it. And it's not something that's hard to reach. But if you're just taking the chance and say, okay, let me just try to do things that's better. Let me just try it. I mean, I'm not really, I'm not really into all. I don't even like these Christian people or whatnot. But let me just try because I'm doing it for me. I don't like church. I don't want to deal with these people over here. I feel like a lot of them are fake. But I need to be around some people who are all striving for the same thing. Because if I'm around them, they're going to want to go hang out and do things like this right here, who if I'm around these other people right here, all they want to do is all they want to do is go chase girls on. All they want to do is do coke all day, get coked out. That's all that they want to do. But if I'm around these people over here trying to do more positive things, they're trying to lift themselves up. Place myself in this environment so that way I can grow myself. It's all about the decisions that we make. It's not about saying, okay, well, I have to believe everything that man said, and I have to give this and that man said, and follow them. No, no, no. How can I better myself? Let me learn to use all the resources that are around me. Let me use them. That way I can lift myself up and I can start to ascend out of the root chakras that I've been in, out of this material, out of this hell that I've been living in this root chakra. Let me start to transcend to the heart. Let's go up to the heart for a little bit, to that emotional state, singing worship songs, being around people, telling people I love you. Let's go to that heart. Then we're transcend from that heart to the crown. And then you start to see all sorts of miracles and spiritual things unfold in your life. You have the power, So I want to read you guys one other very great psalm for manifesting. Very great psalm for manifesting. This is good for manifesting money, love. It's also great for if you have an enemy who's trying to attack or harm you. This right here, it's like a hex. Can't sugarcoat it. It's like a hex, basically. When I found if someone is trying to attack you or something like that, you read this scripture right here, and you'll find that person starts to go through hell, because they're trying to attack the one that's covered by God. So we use it for money for all this. Blessed is the man who walks not in the counsel of the wrong. So therefore, when I make this conscious decision to try and start doing good, I'm blessed. When I make this conscious decision to switch my life up, stop hanging out with the same old stupid people, then now I become blessed. Blessed is the man who walks on the counsel of the wrong or stands in the path of sinners. Someone said, what Bible? This is the scriptures, called the scriptures. You can find it anywhere, on any Bible app, or on anything. You can go on Amazon, order it, everything. Speaking of which, I ordered Danny one. I wonder if my Amazon. I can see I ordered that. Let's see what quick. Where's that? Okay, not sitting in the seat of the scoffers, but his delight is in the Torah of Yahuwah and Yahuwah, and he meditates on this Torah day and night. Okay, so when you're going through this, when you're going through the Torah, the laws, finding the laws of Torah, we're going through the Old Text before the New Testament. The Old Text is Torah. It says that you will become like trees planted by streams of water. Okay, and I don't know if you've ever seen a healthy tree, but a really healthy tree, you're going to find them all the time around streams of water. It says that yields its fruit and its season. So therefore, you're going to be a fruit. You're going to have fruit come in, fruit's going to drop off and drop seeds, and then more fruit is going to come, and more trees are going to grow as well. Okay, then we got over here. It says, and whose leaves do not wither. So where you'll find that, okay, this right here lasts for a little bit and then it dies. This right here lasts for a little bit and then it dies. I get in relationships for a little while and then they die. I find love for a little bit and then it dies. I finally feel like I'm getting out of debt and then I'm back in debt again. It says that your leaves will not wither, and whatever you do will prosper. This is the blessing, okay? It's the blessing that you receive for your money, for your love life, for these type of things. It's the blessing that you receive. The blessing comes when you aligning your lifestyle with this. You align your lifestyle, you get the rewards. You start doing good for yourself, you get the rewards. Now, here's where the hex comes in. Verse 4. It says, but the wrong are not so, but are like the chaff which the wind blows away. You know what chaff is? Remember the old cowboy movies where you see a little tumbleweed blowing in the wind, it would dry out, dry like a bone. Dry. You can see all through it. It's not healthy at all. It's dead. So it says that they are as the dead plant, the chaff, that the wind can come and just blow wherever it wants to. They have no stability. They have no stability. You might find in your life, I'm always going to and fro. You got that pain center, that pain spirit is on you. You always have to keep on wondering. I can't find nowhere to rest. I can't find nowhere to call home. I keep on wondering because you're in a spirit of wickedness. Ain't no way around it. So therefore, this is what comes upon you. Therefore, the wrong shall not rise in the judgment, nor sinners in the congregation of the righteous. For Yahuwah knows the way of the righteous, but the way of the wrong comes to naught. Why? Every single thing that the person trying to do, the way of the wrong comes to what? Comes to nothing. Comes to nothing. So you can read this over the enemy that's trying to attack you. Or that enemy's trying to block you, trying to hurt you, trying to do something, talking all this gospel about you, talking bad about you, talking about these things and whatnot. Oh, okay, here's what you pray over that person. You know, there is power in the words of God that you can use for your life in every act, every. We just have to dive into it. You know? The more that we do not dive, the more that we do not look into these things, the more that we do not search into these things, we won't ever see it. You know, you gotta dive into it. Okay. So I hope that explains to a lot of you guys how to manifest using the Bible. Okay. Is there anything specific that anyone wants to know about how to manifest with the Bible? This is Psalms chapter 1. Psalms 1. This is the very first passage in Psalms. Right? You know what I'm saying? That's the best. As soon as you open Psalms, you're going to see it. Or Tehillim. In Hebrew, Tehillim is like. So, the very first page. Okay, let's see now. Miracles. Like what type of miracles? Okay, how does one manifest miracles just as Yahusha has? That comes through belief. The belief. So, for instance, I'm going to tell you guys, spend some time with my parents and my husband and I. Let me tell you about. So, my grandpa, not the one that just passed away, but my mom's dad, he broke his back when they were. And he was in so much pain for six months straight, he couldn't move. They had to flip him over like that for like 3 months. It was in the worst pain. And there was a conference from Kenneth Copeland. And I checked that out. Kenneth Copeland. And there's a woman. Talks like this. And the Spirit of God is flowing through the atmosphere. And the presence will come upon you. And when she speaks, I got chills about when she speaks, you can feel the spirits moving. And you can look this up on YouTube, Kenneth Copeland Ministries. Okay, just check it out. And so my grandfather goes to this right here. She's on stage, they're doing the service with her. And she says this right here. She says, my grandfather had to go into the basement. Had to go into the basement. And because he needed to lay down, he couldn't lay where everyone else was. And so when she's on stage, she says, there's a man inside of the basement, and he has a back problem. God is healing your back problem now. And so then my grandfather's like, oh, that's me. Tries to move. So, no, thank you. God must be doing it for someone else. Thank you. So the whole service goes on towards the end. She says, when Rabbi says, I still feel the Spirit is telling me There's a man in the basement. And before you get home today, your body is going to be healed. And my grandfather hears it and he's like, okay. And he starts going out to the car. So he's walking out to the car and he's twirling his cane around and he's twirling around in circles and then hops in the car, drives to the house, and then goes to the house and he sees the fence and hops over the fence. And this is documented. There's a paper on my grandfather in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. There's a paper on him that calls him the Miracle Man. It's the power of God is flowed through belief. It wasn't my grandfather's belief, but when you soak enough in this word, you soak enough in the Torah, and in the presence of God, you have the power to be able to say, ligament grow, and the leg will grow. I say, you have the power to be able to command the things to move, and they're moved. You know, I'm going over life issues because I feel like more so people deal with things that everyday life. We're going to talk about these things. But when we're looking at things like the serious miracles like healing, these things are very easy and very possible when you are following these scripts. Because when we look at something like an Archangel Raphael, the healer of God, Archangel Raphael. You know, when you put up the energies with this energy right here, you're going to be able to do it. I remember there's a passage that talks about that. They said that there's like a bath, not like a bath that we're thinking, but like in the olden days when they have like a big pool. It's like a pool basically, but they call it a bath. And they would say at a certain time, Archangel Raphael would go into the water, and people would rush into the water, and when they would go in the water, their body would be healed. So this is something that I want you guys to understand, because when working with the angelics that we work with, by just being attached to this word, these spirits will start to flow around you and just be like your host. So you're not asking Archangel Raphael, can you please heal? Can you do this? No. That's not what's happening. You know, because you don't have to ask these spirits. You're able to command, and when you speak that word to come through, then the spirit moves on your behalf. I hope that makes sense. Yeah. Let me see a better way to put it. When you are joining the army and you climb up in the ranks, then you don't have to do this stuff. You say, go, and 1,000 men march because you spoke it. You say, attack, and 1,000 men go march and attack because you spoke it. So it's the same exact way when you grow in spiritual strength. You're able to have hosts of these spirits that move at your command. You have to have belief. You know, faith without works is dead. You know, and one thing that I'm very interested in is because you actually mentioned that stuff. I'm actually very interested in that. You know, because I feel like I have that gift. I remember I told you guys before. But I remember I was singing at my uncle's church, and I was about to start. So I was got on stage and I was about to sing this worship song. And a lady that was there who had a bad heart, she died in the middle of the service. Stopped breathing, heart stopped. And everybody started praying. They called 911. They called the ambulance. They called everyone. And my uncle said, Saran, sing. They started praying, said, Saran, sing. So I started to sing songs. And this is why this is years ago. This is when I was like 20, 21, 25. So I started singing these songs. I started praising and worshiping God and singing songs of praise. And as I sung, the woman jumps up, says, and jumps up. The paramedics come in as soon as she jumps up. And she says that I saw a light, but I could hear your voice calling back to me. So I really believe from things like that I have the ability to heal, but you'll see these type of miracles that come back to life. These type of things still happen in this very day. There's so many things going on in Africa that you wouldn't even believe. So many things happen in the world, but they're not going to show you that. No, 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 no. They're not going to show you that. What they're going to show you is the priest that molested the little boy. They're gonna put that on the front of the newspaper. They're gonna put that in the mainstream. Bow, here you go, molestation of the priest of the priest. They're gonna put that right in front of your face. But they don't want to show you these things. You have to something you have to go find. But it works, you know. It works. So I smacked my jaw to the ground, and there was resurrection. Yeah, see, death is crazy, man. But I heard that when you die, I heard that when you die, that hold on, guys. So the live's about to end in like 10 seconds. Let me end the live, and then we'll start it back up. I will worship you. To worship you, and I will worship you forever, mine. Oh, did I not save it? What do I? Part two: how to manifest with the word of God. Turn page. I want to pick it right back up. Let me just go ahead and I gotta post this real quick. I gotta title it. Okay. Ha 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 ha. Now I gotta retile this one too. Dang, why I gotta do all this stuff for? Okay, so right now I'm not doing reading, but you can always book your private reading, and we can definitely knock it out for you. At this very minute, though, we're spending some time finally learning how to gain power. You know, learning how to manifest with the Word of God at this time. But you know, we will be doing live tarot card readings still. We will be doing those. But if you need a reading right now, you should book your private reading. Okay. All right. So now let me see. Let me tally this so we can get back to it real quick. How? Well, I don't even need to tally. I'm just gonna put cross, three crosses, voila, and just go live. I'm like, man, those who know, those who know, those who don't, they don't. Who cares? Okay, who cares, man? All right, now where is we at, man? So yeah, we were going through this book right here. You know, so yeah, I definitely believe in the powers of healing. You know, I also remember there's there's something about when you're wanting to really go deeper. There's something about the energy of worship, and a lot of people don't understand that. It's hard to put into words. It's not an easy thing to put into words. Um, but if you can learn how to enter into energies of worship, then and you can learn how to do that, then you can literally change an atmosphere. Do you understand? literally change an atmosphere. I would do sing. I still do. I sing songs, and I can cause a mist to start to form in a room. And this only happens through doing when I'm doing my deep praise and worship, and I'm really going in. And I first read, and then I start to meditate, and I start to pray, and I start to play guitar, and I start to sing, and I start to push this energy out. Then I'll find people start crying. Okay, people start crying. It's like they call it the presence of God falling in the room. What is that? You know what I mean? What is that energy right there? The presence of God falling in the room. What does that even mean? Like what does that even mean? The presence of God falling in the room. But every single time I've ever worked with any other deity, singing, doing songs with any other deity, I've never had the same experience. And it's like this. You're also smell the smell of an angel. If you've never smelled an angel before, I want to explain it to you. You have the sense of a perfume go by your nose, and it's a perfume that you don't know. It's like you don't know what this perfume is, but it has a very sweet smell to it. It smells very good, very sweet, tender smell to it, like very beautiful, like a beautiful woman would wear it. But it's the smell of perfume that goes by and then disappears. Then it'll come back by, you smell it again, and disappear. And then an angel is in the room. There's an angel on it. The same is that way, how you know a dark or an evil entity's around is because your smell the opposite. You smell sulfur. Your smells like farts, stuff like that, right? That's the one way that you be able to know. Oh, I need to blow my nose. And breathe. Now, so like I was saying, so your smell, that smell, you'll have dreams, prophetic dreams. You want to see some prophetic dreams? Oh, I can put you on some prophetic dreams where you'll wake up and there'll be a mist in the room. So what I'm telling you guys about these spirit, you're going to get spiritual power. You're going to have this real spiritual power. I'm not saying something to you that I haven't actually seen and experienced, that I haven't seen in my own life, that I haven't seen and experienced with myself. These are very real things, very real energy, very powerful energy, and it's worth connecting to. It's definitely worth connecting to. So I encourage you guys to just look if you want to. If you don't want to, then don't. It's straight up. If you don't want to, then don't even listen to me. Just don't. At all. One thing that I like to do is I like to go through these books like this, and I'll read through it, and I'll see what pops up in it. Like, let's say, for instance, let's read this 9 real quick. Praise you, O Yahuwah, with all my heart. I declare your works and your wonders. I rejoice and exalt you. I sing to your name, O Most High. When my enemies turn back, they stumble and perish before you. Okay? This is a mantra. This is a protection mantra. See what I mean? Let me show you. Let me show you what I mean. I feel like there's attacks all around. I feel like people are trying to attack me. I feel like people are trying to hurt and harm me. Okay? Um, I'll put my book. When my enemies turn back, they stumble and perish before you. When my enemies turn back, they stumble and perish before you. When my enemies turn back, they they stumble and perish before you. And I would keep saying that. And I would envision my enemies trying to go into their downfall. You use these as like a mantra. because they're an incantation, you know. And so I like to read through just the book of Psalms. I like to read through it, and I find that I can find different psalms that I can use. This. I'll show you guys. Right here is a book I bought off of Amazon. It's called Powerful Powers of the Psalm. I'm trying to read it after looking at the phone. All right. It says 375 ways to use Psalms for love, power, revenge, success, blessings, prosperity, and protection. Purposeful rituals and prayers. Now let's go a little deeper. So with this right here, I found that you can use certain candles for certain prayers, certain color candles for certain color prayers. Some people are like, yo, I love using candles surrounding shining. But let's look at this one right here. Brings bountiful spiritual blessing. Consecrating on verses four. Oh, concentrating on verses 4 through 6 while burning a blue candle. I wonder why it's blue, Jupiter. While burning a blue candle should encourage those worthy. Uplifting thoughts which so often invite the blessings of the Spirit into one's life. So you would read verse 4 and through 6 of Psalms 21 here. Yeah, Psalm 21. 4 through 6 says, he asked life of thee, and thou gavest it him. My Father. Even length of days, forever and ever. His glory is great in thine heavens, and thy salvation, honor and majesty hast thou laid upon him. Yea, class. I'm able to read all English. All right, let's see. For thou madest the most high, blessed forever, blah, 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 blah. Okay, so from 4 to 6, you would say this right here with a blue candle in while you are visualizing it. Notice right here what it says. It says, uplifting thoughts, to bring forth uplifting thoughts. What is an uplifting thought? What is an uplifting thought? What's going to uplift you up? You know, whenever I'm doing this right here, I like to visualize the things that I desire. You know, that lifts me up. You know, me seeing myself and the place I'm trying to get to, that lifts me up. You know, me visualizing my bank account, 1111. Hey, me visualizing my bank account and seeing it go from a blank number to a higher number. You know, me seeing that right there in my mind is what makes me feel good. And then I find that when I do that and I start to see these things in my mind, but I add scripture to it, it's like the scripture's like it's like the thought is like a seed, and the body is the dirt, and the scripture is the sunlight and the water that causes it to grow and manifest. You know, it's like this. Ultimately, I want you to understand something. You don't have to use anything. You don't have to use science. You don't have to use any book. You can really meditate and do visualization and still get some results. You know, this is a fact. You know, you can still say money comes to me in large amounts every day. Money comes to me in large amounts every day. Money comes to me in large amounts every day. I am loved, and love is always around me. I am loved, and love is always. You can say your affirmation, and you can get some results. But I find when you add the psalm to it, it gives you more. It gives you more. I don't know if you guys like more, like I like more, but it will give you more. And you gotta go to the river of Jordan. I need to watch that lady, man. Sense up, you know what I mean? I find that doing these things right here, to go through these studies, go through books in your life, you're gonna be able to help. Okay.
All right. I don't feel like there's anything else I can or I have to say to touch on when it comes to manifestation. If there's nothing that people have specific that they need to know how to manifest. If you guys have anything specific that you want to know how to manifest, we can go over that. But I feel like I basically have given you guys the keys to start. Enough that I can give you without going into some deeper stuff. But for the deeper stuff, you got to take it up. Sorry. Sorry, you know what I'm saying? The deeper stuff you got to pay for it, you know. We have some awesome, there's a lot of awesome stuff. So if you're willing to start looking yourself, if you're willing to start studying yourself, I'm sure that you'll be able to find a lot of awesome stuff. And next year, I plan on releasing my book, and so maybe you guys will be able to get on that book and have more information for yourself. Okay. That's what I was supposed to give her. Now I remember. Okay. Got you. All right, you guys. I love y'all. Like I said, I know y'all want to do some tarot cards. I just want to hop on here and chop it up with you guys, have this conversation. Um, you know what? I want to show you guys something. What do you need in your life right now? Everybody in life, what do you need in your life right now? I don't care what it is, what do you need in your life right now? Because we're going to do some more. Okay, we got brotherhood. Everybody, YouTube, Facebook, TikTok, everybody, what do you need in your life? Miss out if you want to. Miss out if you want to. But brotherhood, let's put good, healthy relationship and financial security. Let's get networking opportunities. Very good. Put networking opportunities. I'm gonna say for me, um, I'm gonna put. I want y'all to bring more people to grow my fan base. Okay. See now, we got a stable and healthy family. Okay. You know, let's put yes. Let's put 21 cavalry. We're gonna pray, you guys. I'm gonna show you guys. I want you guys to just come through and watch this real quick. You know, you don't gotta do anything, but just sit back and just listen. And I'm gonna show you guys that there is actually power in prayer if you know how to do it. And oh, man. All right, okay. Is there anybody else? Is there anybody else? TikTok, Facebook, we're not live on TikTok. Facebook, YouTube, and Instagram. Is there anybody else that needs anything else? Yeah, like I said, you don't have to if you don't want to. I see that on Facebook and I see that there's a few of you guys who are watching who haven't said anything this whole entire life. So I'm like, some of y'all might just be watching because you over here mad at what's going on. Guess what? The spirit's gonna keep flowing too. Okay, I've learned a long time ago. People like to watch their hope and pray for your downfall, but all they get to do is see you elevate in the process. Okay, so now, for those of you guys who are in need of something, I'm giving you guys one last opportunity. What's up? What's up, Mia? How you doing, baby? All right, so right now, what we're doing is we're doing something a little bit different. We're going off of people's needs. So people who are in need of something. If you're in need of anything, let it be known right now. We're not doing that. Okay, so if you're in need of anything, let it be known now before I begin. I love you too, baby. Let's see now. All right. I don't see anybody else. Let's go ahead and get it popping. Look, it's okay. I hear you. Somebody just said right now, they're like, yo, it's not that I don't, or that I have anything against you, Saran the Shaman. I just can't be seen saying you can't be seen. I understand. I understand. I understand. I understand. I understand. I understand. Sometimes it's scary, you know, when it's like, okay, well, I don't want to be associated with religion. You know, I've walked in this cult for so long. You know, what do I look like being caught up in the Bible, Jesus? What? Sometimes I feel scary. But I do want to say this right here. Um, what causes fear? What doesn't want you to be able to speak out what you really need? The things that you really need, the things that when I first told you whatever you need that popped in the back of your head, the thing that you're actually really needing at this time, but something within yourself said, don't say that out loud. Don't write that. Don't write that down. You don't have to say it. You do not have to. I don't even want you to say it because the spirit already hears what you're doing. It already hears what you're doing. So I want you to think in your mind right now. I want you to think in your mind right now. And dive into this real quick. I am. I am. I am. Yahuwah, Ah, ah, mighty God, I ask yeah, I know that people have we all yeah, I realize that we all seek knowledge because we want to gain power, we want to gain truth, we want to not be a fool. Uh, but I ask that you allow your knowledge to flow. I ask that you would break generational curses that are on us, that keep us in our family lines that see, of course, molestation, rape, poverty, loneliness, disloyalty. These type of energies, Yah, that seem to play. Yah, we know that you are the Alpha and Omega. You dwell in us. So, Yah, I ask that you would show your power to each of them. You would assist them on this journey. That you would assist them on this journey where they need to go, find the right things to say. That as they write, you would guide them so that we can write. That when they speak, you'll be the one giving them the words to say. So that way they speak. Start to place angelic surrounding of truth around each and every power and destroy all the lower vibrations that are holding on to them right now. Each and every lower vibration, lower frequency, lower energy, lower spirit that wants to keep them down, wants to hold on to them, that wants to block the networking opportunities and cash flow, that wants to block them from finding true brother, true friends, allies, from people who only want to see them grow and become the best version of themselves. I ask that you bring that into my brother's life, into my life as well. I ask for good and healthy relationships and financial security for his family under this life. Teach us how to grow our relationships into becoming fruitful relationships. Teach us the relationships that aren't meant to be in our life and how to tell so we can cut those branches off and relieve ourselves from that stress. Ask to bring in the finances for everyone's bills. Help them to be able to find the means for them to do the work to get the results. Because sometimes, we are willing to do the work, we don't know the direction. We don't know the direction of God. So I ask that you would just allow your Holy Spirit to just flow, flow through each and every. Start at the lower stomach, rise, rise, rise. Holy Spirit, you are hoping that you would start to eliminate these things. And here's the first thing I gotta say. It's like, we apologize. God, we are mere people in this human world. And we have our flaws. Each and every one of us has our flaws. But I ask that you would start to let your spirit flow to direct our path, to make us think different. Everyone under my voice who is open to it, who is open to it. Because there are people who are listening right now who are open to that energy, open to you right now. They just need you to show yourself. They just need you to speak to them. Because, everywhere else, everyone else is speaking. Everyone has something else to say. But the Holy Spirit will choose and direct the path. So you're going to know, everybody, you're going to know the Holy Spirit is speaking to you. Because normally you would like this or do that or go this way or go that way. And you're going to start to have thoughts that are going to start to appear in your mind. That's going to tell you, don't do this or don't do that. Or instead of you normally taking advantage, give. You're going to find that the Holy Spirit is going to start to place these thoughts in your mind. Listen to them. Listen to those thoughts and act on those thoughts. God asks you to do these things through Yahusha. Yeah. God asks that every single stronghold that's trying to hold you, take them. We can see here. Remove scales from our eyes. Remove the scales from off of our eyes so they can see some things in a new light. Ask that you leave all those want. Let them still go. Let them go on their path. Ask those who are in life that they're asking for something to come through their life and flow. Same results. They've been trying to elevate themselves. And they've been going everywhere in life. With all these people, all these spirits, all these things. And it's like a little bit comes and it goes. And you try and it fails. And it's like, the numbers aren't rising, the jobs aren't coming through. These things are happening. Ask that you give a desire for the word, and as the word starts to flow through them, all these things are going to change. Teach us how to let go. Teach us how to let go of things as well. And as we let go of these things, that we reject these things, that you would remove. For you said in your word, if you're willing to clothe the flowers, if you're willing to feed the birds of the air, how much more will you take us as mankind, as yours, as followers of God? How much more will you take us and bring it to all of us? So there are people in need right now. People who are seeking you, who are wanting more information from you, who are wanting more of your time, who are trying to grow. Ask you to help those who are insomniacs. Let them have rest. Ask that you would meet some people in dreams. Give them crazy. Let them realize. Give them a crazy. I hear it right now. I hear someone's got crazy. And you might be like, yeah, later someone's gonna have a crazy video. It's like that's how you're gonna go. I'm gonna give you this. Okay? You don't know this right. Do this for the people. And we thank you for all these things being done. For we love you. And we thank you for the light flowing through it. We thank you for the light flowing through our hearts again, our minds. Rises. For Yahuwah. Now, as I read this right here, I want you to think about what you're in need. Just visualize whatever you need right now changing. Don't visualize you in lack, but visualize you have it. So if you want healthy relationships, close your eyes right now and start to visualize yourself with friends. If you need money in your life, start to visualize your accounts growing. If you want fame or something like that, start to visualize your Instagram numbers going up, your TikTok numbers going up. Whatever it is you need, I want you guys to visualize it right now with your eyes closed as I read this passage. I'm going to read this 3 times. Okay? So you guys can visualize it while I do. Yahuwah is my shepherd, and I do not lack. He makes me to lie down in green pastures. He leads me beside still water. He turns back my being. He leads me in paths of righteousness for his name's sake. When I walk through the valley of the shadows of death, I fear no evil, for you are with me. Your rod and your staff they comfort me. Your splendor before you spread before me a table in the face of my enemies. You have anointed my head with oil, and my cup runneth over. And only goodness and loving commitment will follow me all the days of my life, and I shall dwell in the house of the Lord. Yahuwah is my shepherd, I do not lack. He makes me to lie down in the grass. He leads me to still water. He turns back my being. He leads me in paths of righteousness for his name's sake. When I walk through the valley of the shadows of death, I fear no evil, for you are with me. Your rod and your staff, they comfort me. You spread a table for me in the face of my enemy. You have anointed my head with oil, and my cup runneth over. Only goodness and loving commitment follow me all the days of my life, and I shall dwell in the house of Yahuwah to the length of days. Yahuwah is my shepherd, I do not lack. He makes me to lie down in green pastures. He leads me beside the still waters, and he turns back my being. He leads me in paths of righteousness for his name's sake. When I walk through the valleys of the shadows of death, I shall fear no evil, for you are with me. Your rod and your staff, they comfort me. You spread before me a table in the face of my enemies. You have anointed my head with oil, and my cup runneth over. And only goodness and loving commitment will follow me all the days of my life, and I shall dwell in the house of Yahuwah to the end. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Voila. All right. So now I hope that helped out a few of you guys. I want to know you guys. How do you feel after that? That's all I want to know. How do you guys feel after? You guys open your eyes, stop visualizing. Like I said, you can always go back in and visualize some more and start to really look and do all that right there later on and whatnot. I encourage you guys to do it when you wake up, and I encourage you guys to do it before you go to bed. But utilize this the same way you guys just watched me do that right there. The same way you guys just saw me, just simply just talking to God. I didn't talk to God. And then all I did was just read this verse over and over. I feel light. Um, all I did is read this verse over and over, and you notice that you feel almost like a sense of serenity, a sense of peace. But also, you might start to when you read it off the page yourself, you start to feel this light of it. And I encourage you guys to get this feeling as well. Read the Psalm 23 for your own life. Do the prayer like I did. Write in your book. Don't forget, you guys, to write this paper down. Write your paper. Put it in Psalms 23 and follow that process. Follow that process. As you follow that process, it's going to bring you what you want. Okay? It'll bring you what you want. But those are the steps I got for you guys. I love you guys so much. Tomorrow, Sunday fun day. Yo, check this out. When something pops up on your YouTube, or some of your YouTube subscriptions, and you see like a church thing, click on it. Just watch it for Sunday. The day of the sun. Just watch it. Also, I would say this right here. If you guys want to see more specific, I'm going to be watching Social Dallas. And I'll also be streaming it. Oh, wait, I can't stream it now. I'll stream it live, but I guess I can't. But I'll post it on my page. That's what I can. I'll post it on my page. But I like to type it on Google Social Dallas, and there'll be great videos. I haven't seen a video. If that's not for you, then it's not for you. But for me, I like it. I go there. I like the people. I like the guys teaching. I like that they're very anti-judgmental. I like that they're very public figure, but they are very pro. How can I better myself? You know, they've been going through the series called God Loves, and they go through all this whole nine. There are inmates and stuff because they're one of the few churches that actually pushes their sermons through on an app that people who are locked in the prison can watch and utilize the app. It's amazing. Not everyone does that. They actually do that. And for me with Social Dallas, they're happy because they get my time. I give them a time. And when they look at the tithe, it's like this. You don't have to. Yes. The tithe is for the Levitical books. But when I think about it, like for myself, though, when I look at Social Dallas, one thing that impresses me about them is that they actually show you where the money is. They'll show you, like, okay, here's what we've done. We bought this many thousands of oats, and we just distributed them throughout all of Dallas, and then throughout all of this right here. We also did the food drive. We bought all this food and put all the food here. And also, we built 3 different churches, one in South Africa, one in this place, and that place. If you all were to raise this much, now we're raising this much again for this, right? And this, they show you where your money's going, and it's actually going to good things. It's going towards helping people, not just into the pocket. I understand. Pastors got to get paid, so I understand all that right there. But I want to see that my money is going to help somebody, because I could really just take my 10% of my earnings and just, I can do it myself. But I found that these people right here, they show video, they show everything. See where your money's going. So I appreciate it. I like it. I find that when you take some of your money that you make, no matter who you are, you should always sow something. Like when you look at all the rich people, they have charities. They have their own charities, but they donate their money to this charity. Now, I don't have my own charity, so I figure like let me find something that I can donate money to, Because in the process of donating money and pushing that money out for people or whatnot, you're going to start to realize that it will help your money to come back to you. Because for one, you start to realize that it's just money and you're always going to have it. And the more you start to realize that right there, and you start to give and look out, it's going to come back for you. For two, there's still laws of karma. When you're actually taking the time to say, well, look at my finances. I'm able. And I don't feel like everyone is able to give. And if you're not able to give or whatnot, then try and do something else. You can give more than money. You can give time. You can give energy. You can give a conversation. You can give whatever you can, but give some type of energy, and watch. It's going to come back to you. It's going to come back on you. We people all the time will see that when it comes to something bad. Oh well, he did this, and this, and this, and so then all that came back on him. He deserved it. We see it when it comes to bad, but we never talk about how they did all good, and also good comes back to them. They did all this positive, now positivity coming back to them. Talk about it. I never want to talk about it. As I give, so I receive. Money is a sigil, and energy. Yes, money is. The money, even the money sign. You know what I'm saying? Even that money sign. What I like to do is I'll write on a bill. I'll write this sigil of Hoya, the angel of Capricorn, that has to do with money. Great, 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 great spirit for financial increase. Very good spirit for financial increase. Here's what. Now let's go ahead and do this real quick. I want for those of you guys looking for love currently right now. I want you guys to repeat after me. Then we're going to do folios and we're going to do for those of you guys who need money. Those are the two things that I saw the most. People need money and people need love. So let's go ahead and do one for love first, because it's right here with Aries. And then we'll do the next one with love. Okay. So the second angel of Shem, it's going to be Gilead. Gilead. My brain is telling me that I said that completely wrong. All right, so let's go ahead and look at this real quick. So now here's what it says. Here's what this angel can do for you. Gilead. So this is of Aries. Astrological grade is 6 to the 10th house of Aries, or 6 to the 10th of Aries. Tarot card is the Two of Wands. Best time to do it is actually, we're going to do money first, because this is the best time to do this is actually in the next. We don't do it. This is in the next. You guys, if you want to write this down, if you're really needing love, because it says that in the next at 12:20, okay, a.m. is the best time. 12:20 through 12:40 is the best time to do this. You'll be able to conjure this angel. So now the sacred mantra is E ala uia, E ala uia, E ala uia. So for those of you guys who need love, repeat after me. Say E ala uia. La uia, la uia. The psalm is going to be Psalms 22, verse 19. Psalms 22, 19, right next to 23. I forgot about it. It's right here. It's even written in my book. But you, O Yahuwah, do not be far off. O my strength, hasten to hope. But you, O Yahuwah, do not be far off. O my strength, hasten to help me. But you, O Yahuwah, do not be far off. O my strength, hasten to help me. Let's read it in the Hebrew. Uea ta Adonai al tir ka e al oti le ezra ti husha ye uea ta Adonai al tir sha e al oti le ezra ti husha Ueata Adonai al tirchach al uti yebrati kusha I ala uia I ala uia Yahuwah, do not be far off, O my strength, hasten to thee. But you, O Yahuwah, do not be far off, O my strength, hasten unto thee. But you, O Yahuwah, do not be far off, hasten unto me, O my strength. Iya Alauia, Iya Alauia, Iya Alauia, Iya Alauia, Iya Alauia, Iya Alauia, Okay, so Saran, what did that do? What was that for? So Yili can attract love, can bring and amplify true feelings, can improve sex by having a balance in desire slash feeling, brings justice when upset by a family member, helps people to be faithful. So if you're dealing with someone promiscuous, helps people to be faithful, both in the relationship and in other fields. Helps you to form an attitude of honor and duty in your actions. Brings peace to a troubled relationship. Can remove fear of loving or fear of being loved and or fear of being alone. Treats the feelings of being stuck in something, giving you movement again. That's what this means right here. Very good, very good. You lead that. You lead that. Let's go to polio next. Let's go to polio. Let's get this good for polio. Really good. The overloader. let's go and look at this. Now, Poyo, sweet on Poyo. Poyo reduces pride, raises your self-esteem, brings comfort with your current identity, makes you understand the value of your talent, makes you be loved in your work, clears up doubts and confusions about your talents, helps in projects and businesses that are already underway, brings moderation to enjoy the pleasures of life, brings you good luck and success. It will manifest everything that you need, gives you more self love, giving you a sense of your own worth. Now, Polio is the father of principalities. He's the archangel is Haniel. The sign is of the Capricorn. His element is earth. His astrological grade is 27 degrees to 275 degrees, 280 degrees of Capricorn. His tarot card is the Two of Pentacles. Best time to conjure him is at 18 hours, or 18:20 hours, or 18 through 18:30. Now, let's get to a sacred mantra. Sacred mantra is Sacred Psalm is going to be 149, verse 149, verse 4. I'll be like, what's that, the last page? Yep, that's the last page. 149, verse 4. For Yahuwah takes pleasure in his people. He embellishes the meek ones with deliverance. For Yahuwah takes pleasure in his people. He embellishes the meek ones with deliverance. For Yahuwah takes pleasure in his people. For Yahuwah takes pleasure in his people. He embellishes the meek ones with deliverance. Yahuwah takes pleasure in his people. He embellishes the meek ones with deliverance. For Yahuwah takes pleasure in his people. He embellishes the meek with deliverance. For Yahuwah takes pleasure in his people. He embellishes the meek with deliverance.
The whole song. Praise Yah. Sing to Yahuwah a new song. Praise, his praise is an assembly of lovingly committed. Let Israel, or Israel, rejoice in their Maker. Let the children of Zion exalt in their sovereign. Let them praise his name in a dance. Let them sing praises to him with the tambourine and the lyre, or the lyre, however you say it, that little old guitar, basically. For Yahuwah takes pleasure in his people, and he embraces the meek ones with deliverance. Let the loving committed one exalt in esteem. Let the lovingly committed ones exalt in esteem. In esteem. Let the lovingly committed ones exalt in esteem. I can't tell you what I'm thinking, but I'm thinking something right here. I need to highlight this. I don't know what this is for. I don't know what this is for. Every highlight is. I really really hard. And I'm gonna be sick if I did. I'm not gonna be sick. I'm just gonna go over there. Yeah, I guess so. Let's see. I'm gonna highlight polio real quick. But also to highlight that the lovingly committed ones exalt in esteem. Let them sing aloud in their beds. Let the exaltation of El be in their mouth, and a two-edged sword in their hands. Um, uh, to, to execute vengeance on the nations, punishments on the peoples, to bind their sovereigns with chains, and their nobles with iron bands, to execute on them the written right ruling. A splendor it is for all his lovingly committed ones. Praise you, God. There's another one. Praise you, God. Praise you, God. Praise you, God. As my old comrades would say, holla, who y'all. Love you guys. But we are outie 3000. I don't stand. I circle it. Okay, never mind. No, it's right here. Oh my goodness. I thought I left my rollie. I was about to be self. I was be like, well, I'm about to go over there. You ain't about to get the rollie. I let a lot of things go, but I'm not letting my rollie go. Boy. You got me. That's up. All right, so let's see now.
Man, the only thing I hate about Instagram is that it ends your video so damn quick. Like 1 hour goes by, it just will shut off your video. That's the only thing that I do not like. Oh, son of a biscuit. I mean, yeah. Voila. That's kind of weird. I never thought about that. That's an interesting thing to actually even say, body, it says that the body of your past life is still buried somewhere on this earth. I never thought about that. That's kind of funny. Think about it. Your past, the body of your past life is somewhere buried still on this earth. Well, I know how to make people talk. What in the world? I know how to make people talk. What?
I don't know what picture, but okay. Good, good. That's how you do it. That's exactly how you do it. You just ask. And what does this mean to you? Poor lady, this lady just sent me a. Lady just sent me a. Someone wrote in the paper. Someone wrote in this paper about her. Because she's a Christian but a tarot card reader, and there's a whole article about how this woman should not be allowed to be at certain places, and they put it in the paper. How would you? Golly, you know what I'm saying? Like, geez, man, these people are not like when you are able to do something. Guess what? That's fine. You know, and here's the thing that people have to realize at the same exact time is that the things that we do, we don't do it for the acceptance of people. If you want to get accepted by people and everything, then you got to do things a certain way. You know, and the way that you do it is by living, or should say, acting like you're living a perfect life and like you don't do anything wrong. That's the first part. You got to act like that. Okay, you got to act like that. You know what I'm saying? You got to go ahead and be with a group of people and start following only with the orthodox ways. But you know, one thing that I'm not really here to do is to um, uh, try and be a people pleaser. You know, I've really dedicated my life to flesh, like to those who see things differently and everything like that. I dedicated my life to those people, and helping to show those people more in life. Dang, that's a big ass sound. God, so be more careful. Boy, you gonna get a heart attack. You that. What is wrong with Instagram, man? Okay, but for me, it is my time to go ahead and spend some time with Yah by myself. I need to be doing some promotion. That's what I should be doing, is promoting. But I'll do all my promotion later on. I'll do promotions on that. We do promotions on the tarot card day. We do promotions. Or I do a live talking about it and talking about promoting the blog. So you guys can but I want to make a video on necromancy. See, that's what I want to make a video on next. And start showing some stuff. That might be a cool little thing. You're higher, you're up. All right, though, that looks good. So you're up. Plus, oh, yeah, that's what I want to do. Okay, y'all, let's take